I'm Staff Sergeant Saccardi. When you become pregnant with your first child, you have a one-time choice to stay in the Army or to get out. For me, I didn't hesitate signing the line stating I would remain in the Army. When I thought about it prior to sitting down for my pregnancy counseling, I truly saw so many benefits of staying in, and my husband and I were on the same page about my choice. Sure, there were thoughts of being deployed with a baby at home, or even just leaving for drill and AT, and the burden on my husband when I be gone. But like I said, we both saw the benefits of me staying in. For one, I truly love being part of the Wisconsin National Guard, and with 13 years in, I want to stay in until retirement. TRICARE has also been a huge benefit. The costs are far lower than traditional employer plans and low deductibles. The bill I received for my daughter's birth, which included a one-night stay in the NICU for her, was only $54. TRICARE also covers the cost of a new breast pump for each birth. I recently just received my second pump. This is a really cool benefit, as I have some friends whose insurance only covered one in total. Babies also go to the doctor a lot. Having TRICARE has saved me a lot compared to some others I have talked to. Besides TRICARE, the extra income from drilling and AT is also helpful. As I'm sure you know, babies are expensive. Between diapers, clothes, the insane cost of daycare, having that extra income has helped. I won't lie, leaving baby is hard, every single time. There is always some guilt or concern you will miss one of those big milestones, but you get through it. Some advice I have on leaving is, for one, make sure you leave baby in good care, whether that is your spouse, your parents, whomever. Just make sure you can trust them and have them spend time with your child so they get to know them and their schedules and whatnot. This lets you worry less so you can focus on what you need to. Technology is also really great. Try to FaceTime or Skype as much as you are able to. It really helps when you can see your child and talk to them and tell them you miss them. For longer training, like AT or schools, make sure whoever is watching your child has Red Cross info so if an emergency does come up, you can get home as quickly as possible. So my experience with height, weight, and PT postpartum went better than expected. I have always been someone who has stayed in pretty decent shape and never had issues with height, weight, or PT. I will say I was a little nervous about it when I found out I was pregnant, but it all turned out okay. I began working out at about 4 weeks postpartum. Nothing super strenuous, but sort of eased back into it, and I eventually got back to the level of fitness I was at pre-pregnancy. I passed my first PT test postpartum with no issues. I will admit I was 5 pounds heavier than my pre-pregnancy weight and never lost it. I typically always have to get taped just due to my body composition. The 5 pounds didn't make any difference. I was still well under the max percentage. This time around, I have continued to work out throughout my pregnancy, which I think will help once baby is born. The hardest part is finding the time to work out. But even 30 minutes is enough to get you where you need to be. Just find a time that works for you and set that aside for yourself. You deserve that time anyways. Lastly, if you plan to breastfeed, being in the military will require you to pump at times, during drill and whatnot. Definitely don't hesitate to talk to your chain of command regarding this once you get back to drill. Per Army directive, they are required to have a place for you to pump at the unit and give you adequate time to do so. During the course of breastfeeding my first child, I was in 2 different units and didn't have an issue pumping at either one. There are also some really good resource groups out there that have helpful information for military moms who breastfeed. One is called Breastfeeding in Combat Boots. It's a Facebook resource group that posts a lot of useful information on current directives regarding pregnancy and breastfeeding for all branches, as well as some other helpful tips. Once again, I'm Staff Sergeant Saccardi, and congratulations on your new baby.